What if I told you that peace is not something you stumble upon by accident, that it doesn't come knocking at your door when everything is perfect? It is not a treasure buried somewhere out in the world, waiting for you to discover. The truth is, peace isn't found. Peace is chosen, and that choice is within your power right now. Welcome to the Modern Stoic. If this is your first time here, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and join our community committed to living with calm, strength, and clarity in today's world. This journey toward peace is one worth taking. Most of us grow up believing peace is something external, a state of the world we have to wait for. Maybe it's the peace that comes with financial security, a stable relationship, or finally getting that promotion. We think, once I get these things, I'll finally be at peace. But how often do we see people who have achieved these very things, yet still feel anxious, restless, or unhappy? This is because peace is not a place or circumstance. It is a state of mind. It is not something we find. It is something we create within ourselves. The ancient Stoics understood this better than anyone. Their philosophy is not about withdrawing from life, but about mastering the inner landscape where true peace lives. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said it plainly: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In other words, peace is not delivered to us from without. It is a choice we make within. Why we chase peace outside ourselves? Think about how much energy we spend trying to control things we have no control over. Other people's opinions, the economy, the news cycle, or even the weather. We believe that if the world were different, then peace would come naturally. But when the world doesn't change, we suffer. The Stoics challenged this idea. They taught that suffering is not caused by events themselves, but by our judgments about those events. Epictetus, who was born a slave but became one of the most influential Stoic teachers, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that even if the external world is chaotic, your inner world can remain calm. Imagine two people caught in the same storm. The wind howls, rain pours, and the sky is dark. One person panics, frantic and terrified, feeling powerless against the storm. The other person calmly finds shelter, adapts to the situation, and waits patiently for the storm to pass. Both face the same external reality, the storm, but their inner experience is completely different. This is the power of choosing peace. You cannot always control the storm outside, but you can control how you weather it. Let's bring this closer to home. Picture yourself driving, rushing to an important appointment, and suddenly you hit a massive traffic jam. The clock is ticking. Your frustration rises. You honk the horn, mutter curses, maybe even shout at other drivers. Stress mounts. You lose peace. But imagine a choice. Instead of letting anger take over, you accept the reality. You're stuck. This is outside your control. You take a deep breath, put on a calming playlist or an inspiring podcast, and use the time as a moment of pause. The traffic jam hasn't changed, but your peace remains intact. This simple choice, to accept what you cannot control, is the essence of Stoic peace. Why choosing peace is so hard? You might be thinking, if peace is a choice, why don't we all just choose it? Because it's not easy. Our natural impulse is to resist discomfort and pain. We want to change reality to suit our desires. The Stoics called this resistance passions, emotional impulses that cloud judgment and cause suffering. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, warned, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Our minds invent worst-case scenarios, fuel resentment, and replay past hurts. Choosing peace means courageously confronting these emotions, recognizing them, and deciding not to be controlled by them. It's a daily practice, not a one-time decision. How to choose peace: practical Stoic exercises. Here are some powerful, practical steps you can start today to choose peace in your life. 1. Focus on what you can control. Every morning, ask yourself, what is within my control today? Your thoughts, your actions, your judgments. What is outside your control? Let those things go. This simple distinction changes everything. Second, practice negative visualization. Imagine losing the things you value, your job, your relationships, your health. This exercise is not meant to cause anxiety, but to build gratitude and mental preparedness. By visualizing loss, you appreciate what you have more deeply and accept that change is inevitable. 3. Pause before reacting. When stress hits, pause. Take a slow, deep breath. Ask yourself, is this within my control? What is the wisest way to respond? Even a few seconds of reflection can prevent reactive anger or despair. 4. Embrace impermanence. Remember that everything in life is temporary. Feelings, situations, people. Holding on tightly only causes suffering. Acceptance of impermanence opens the door to peace. 5. Keep a stoic journal. Write down your daily reflections, moments when you felt peace and moments when you lost it. This creates awareness and helps you track your progress. Let me share a story. David was a successful businessman who lost everything in a financial crisis. At first, he was devastated, angry, and anxious. But then he discovered Stoic philosophy. Instead of fighting his circumstances, David focused on what he could control, his mindset and his actions. He accepted the loss without self-pity and used the setback as a chance to innovate. Slowly, he rebuilt his business with a clearer vision and a calm heart. His peace didn't come from external success, but from a deliberate choice to accept reality and respond with wisdom. What choosing peace looks like in daily life. Choosing peace means letting go of grudges and bitterness, accepting that not everyone will like or agree with you, focusing on progress, not perfection. Prioritizing your mental well-being over external validation. Finding stillness even amid noise and distraction. It means practicing patience, humility, and resilience every day. The paradox of control and peace. Here's a paradox. You cannot find peace by trying to control everything, but you gain peace by controlling yourself. The more you chase control over external events, the more restless and anxious you become. But when you accept uncertainty and focus on your own judgments and choices, you reclaim your inner freedom. This is the heart of Stoic wisdom. Right now, as you listen to these words, you have the power to choose peace. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need anyone's permission. Pause this video if you need to, breathe deeply, and feel that power. If this message resonates, please hit the like button, share this video with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more wisdom that can transform your life. Before you sleep tonight, ask yourself, where today did I resist what was? Where did I choose peace? Write down your reflections. Over time, this practice rewires your mind to seek peace actively. Why choosing peace is essential today. In a world overloaded with information, conflict, and uncertainty, peace has become a rare commodity. Anxiety and burnout are epidemic because we confuse comfort or distraction with peace. Stoicism reminds us that peace is an inside job. It is a choice we can make every day, no matter how turbulent life becomes. Stay connected to the journey. Choosing peace is not a destination. It is a path walked one step at a time. If you want to deepen your understanding and learn how to sustain peace even through life's darkest moments, subscribe and ring the bell. Together, we will build a community of modern Stoics who live with clarity, strength, and serenity. The problem, when life feels like it's crushing you, we've all been there. Moments where life feels heavy, overwhelming, and impossible. Maybe it's grief, loss, failure, or heartbreak. When these storms hit, peace can feel like a distant dream. Your mind is flooded with painful emotions. You feel trapped. You might even feel that peace is impossible in those moments. But the Stoics offer a radical shift. You are not your emotions. What is disidentification? Disidentification means recognizing that you are not your feelings, thoughts, or circumstances. Imagine a sky filled with clouds. The clouds are your emotions. They move, change shape, sometimes dark and heavy, sometimes light and fluffy. But the sky itself, vast, calm, and unchanging, is your true self. You are the sky, not the clouds. Most people make a critical mistake. They identify completely with their emotions. When sadness, anger, or fear arise, they think, I am sad, I am angry, or I am afraid. The Stoics teach us to say instead, "This sadness is happening to me. This anger is present," or "I notice fear." This tiny shift creates distance between you and the emotion. It allows you to observe it without being consumed by it. The ancient Stoic roots of disidentification Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things but by the views which they take of things." Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Both highlight the power of stepping back and observing your mental and emotional experiences instead of being controlled by them. A vivid story, Anna's journey through loss. Anna lost her partner unexpectedly. The pain was crushing. She felt overwhelmed by grief and anger. At first, she was completely engulfed by her emotions, identifying herself as broken and lost. Then she discovered Stoicism. She started practicing disidentification, noticing her grief as an experience passing through her rather than the totality of who she was. She said to herself, "This grief is intense, but it is not me. I am the one observing this grief." Over time, this awareness gave Anna the space to heal, to grieve fully without being destroyed by grief, and eventually to find peace again. Practical steps to practice. Disidentification. 1. Mindful observation. Spend 5 to 10 minutes daily simply observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Imagine you are watching clouds pass by in the sky. 2. Label your emotions. When a strong emotion arises, name it aloud or silently. This is anger. This is anxiety. This is sadness. Naming creates distance. 3. Use the observer language practice saying, "I notice that I am feeling," rather than "I am." This small language change rewires how your brain processes emotion. 4. Return to the present moment. Focus on your breath or bodily sensations to anchor yourself in the present, reminding yourself that emotions are temporary visitors. 5. Reflect in your journal. Write about moments you practiced disidentification. How did it affect your experience? What can you improve? Why disidentification is empowering. When you disidentify from your emotions, you no longer become a victim of them. You gain the freedom to respond rather than react. You regain control over your mind, and with it, your peace. A modern example, Jordan's stress at work. Jordan was drowning in stress at work. Deadlines piled up, emails kept coming, and his anxiety skyrocketed. Instead of saying, "I am stressed," Jordan began saying, "Stress is present." He noticed the sensation in his chest, the racing thoughts, and acknowledged them without judgment. This allowed him to breathe deeply, calm his mind, and approach his work with clarity. By separating himself from the chaos inside, Jordan chose peace amid pressure. Additional Stoic tools to reinforce peace. Amor fati, love of fate. Stoics don't just accept what happens, they love it. Embrace life's events, even hardship, as necessary parts of your journey. Premeditation malorum. Premeditation of evils. Visualize possible challenges before they happen. This prepares your mind and reduces shock when difficulties arise. Virtue as the only good focus on cultivating virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Because true peace springs from living by virtue. The power of practice. Disidentification is not a quick fix. It's a muscle to be trained daily. Some days you will be able to step back effortlessly. On other days, emotions may feel overwhelming. That's okay. Each time you practice, you build resilience and deepen your peace. Right now, take a deep breath and notice one emotion you feel. Try labeling it. Say to yourself, "I notice that I am feeling," and observe it without judgment. If you found this helpful, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more deep dives into Stoic wisdom for modern life.